Have you ever been close to someone who made you feel like something was there, but never enough to feel secure? One day, they're warm, engaged, almost intimate. The next day, they're distant, slow to respond, or emotionally unavailable. Nothing is clear, but nothing is completely gone either. And that's what messes with you, because mixed signals don't hurt in an obvious way. They don't slam the door shut. They leave it cracked open. And that open door is what keeps your mind spinning. You replay conversations. You reread messages. You start wondering if you imagined the connection, or if you did something wrong, or if you just need to be more patient. The confusion slowly becomes the focus, not the person. What most people don't realize is that mixed signals usually aren't intentional. They come from internal conflict. Someone can genuinely feel drawn to you while also feeling uncomfortable with closeness. In the moments when they feel open, lonely, or emotionally available, they move toward you. When things start to feel real, when there's vulnerability or expectation, something inside them pulls back. They don't resolve that conflict internally, so it shows up as inconsistency in how they treat you. A lot of this behavior is tied to avoidant attachment. These are people who learned early on that closeness comes with pressure, loss of control, or emotional overwhelm. They crave connection, but when it's actually there, their nervous system reacts as if something is wrong. Distance feels safe, closeness feels threatening. So they create a dynamic where you're close enough to stay interested, but far enough to keep them comfortable. There's also a harder truth that doesn't get talked about enough. Some people like the feeling of being wanted more than they like the responsibility of being involved. They enjoy knowing someone thinks about them, misses them, or prioritizes them. But they don't want to show up consistently or be accountable to someone else's feelings. So they give attention in bursts, then pull back. Not because they're cruel, but because they want the emotional reward without the emotional weight. What makes this even more confusing is that many people who give mixed signals aren't very self-aware. They're not sitting there calculating how to keep you confused. They're reacting. When they feel lonely, they reach out. When they feel overwhelmed, they shut down. One day, they feel close to you. And the next day, they feel trapped by that closeness. To you, the shift feels personal. To them, it feels automatic. And this is why mixed signals are so powerful. They activate your attachment system. Your brain becomes focused on figuring them out. You start paying attention to patterns, tone changes, response times. You become invested in understanding their behavior instead of asking whether the situation feels good for you. The uncertainty keeps your mind hooked. Not because you're weak, but because unpredictability creates emotional tension. Here's the part that's difficult to accept. Mixed signals are still a signal. They tell you what someone is capable of right now, not what they might become if you wait long enough. Consistency isn't something you earn by being understanding, patient, or available. It's something someone can offer when they're emotionally able to offer it. Understanding the psychology of people who give mixed signals doesn't mean excusing their behavior. It means recognizing that confusion is not connection, inconsistency is not depth, and clarity isn't too much to ask for. If you've experienced this, you're not alone, and you're not imagining it. And once you see why it happens, you'll never look at their behavior the same way again. And if you want more videos explaining why people behave the way they do, don't forget to click that subscribe button.